on January the 31st. So what should we be expecting? I'm pleased to say I'm joined by sports lawyer Daniel Geey, author of a new book, Done Deal, about off-the-field football matters, and a man who's spent his career representing Premier League and Champions League clubs and international players as well. Great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. It's interesting, this, isn't it? We always say, oh, this is the lesser of the two transfer windows. But if we have a look at some of the deals that were done this time last year, the likes of Aubameyang, the likes of Giroud, how true is it, do you think?
It just depends on sometimes the reactive nature of the window. Obviously, the summer window, a longer time for clubs to get planning, action points in place in order to work out the deals that need to be done. But as we can see from this time last year, over £400 million spent, Virgil van Dijk coming in for Liverpool, seeing the change that he had for the defence and for Liverpool's title aspirations. The right move at the right time, as we can see with Chelsea today, can sometimes spur the teams on to a great second half of the season.
Yeah, a lot of people really suggesting that Van Dijk has been one of the key factors in terms of their title challenge this season. Because there's less movement, though, on average, does that mean that clubs are likely you could get a better deal with a player at this time of year? Perhaps the transfer fees lower, players coming to the end of their contracts, for example?
It depends very much on the circumstances of the buying team, selling team, the agent, the player, the entourage, everyone there and in between. The issue usually is clubs are less likely to want to have their star players move in the window because there's less reactive time to then go and buy. So depending on the particular circumstance, this obviously Pulisic deal has been done very early in the window. That might mean that Dortmund can go and find some other players in this window or save it for the summer. It very much depends on what the agents are looking to try and do and the moves and the counter moves that happen as a result.
As a sports lawyer, are you somebody who loves the transfer window? Do you bounce out of bed and get excited at this time of year?
Well, we're now into, really right into the sweet spot of the window. The deals that are being announced straight away, some that will be through the mid-range of the window. And then come transfer deadline day, things can get a little manic sometimes. So my two phones, three, sometimes can get a bit busy come the last few days.
And how much are these deals done in this window? Or how much of the business has actually been done weeks, months ahead of time?
You're exactly right. Usually this type of deal for a 50, 60 million euro, pound deal for Pulisic again, for example, that would have taken place November, December time, so that when the window actually opens properly as it goes, then that's the time to be able to do the deal, get things signed and sealed, and for him to have that full January time to be able to play.
How many hours sleep do you average a night in this window?
Less than usual.
Daniel, thanks so much for coming in.